project in mind. I'm going to take this JetCat P120 engine and I'm going to install it into this Losi 8 3.0 8 scale buggy, and it's going to look something like this, albeit it's going to have a lot more modifications than what you see here. Going to make it look like a dart, and ultimately it's going to be faster than this, the 2021 C8 Corvette. All right, so let's go.
Catch up to it. I know it's gonna go out, man. What? No, I'm not. Alright, turn it off, turn it off. Catch up to it, dude. Catch up to it.
Oh, I thought control, so I want to roll.
That's all right. I'm passing.
To answer the question, is this car faster than a Corvette? The answer is yes. It's a lot faster than a Corvette. So what is it? This is an RC car. This is a 8 scale buggy that I have modified to have a jet engine installed and use thrust for its propulsion. And I have managed to make it go 134 miles per hour, which is, I'm not sure if it breaks any world records, but it's definitely faster than the Guinness Book of World Records speed of 94.6-ish miles per hour. That was done by, let's see, ProjectAir with a guest appearance of DIY Perks. DIY Perks, love you. Love your videos. And also ProjectAir, love his videos as well. They did it. They did the Guinness Book of World Records at an event in England. I believe it had a timing loop is what they use for tracking the speed of the car. I use GPS. But yeah, this car, according to the GPS, it has gone faster than their 94.6 world record that Guinness themselves reposted ProjectAir's video claiming that this is the world's fastest RC jet car. And I have, well, the car has beaten that speed. Whether it's a world record or not, I don't know. That's something we can decide. But the car is in one piece. That's a problem that ProjectAir had. His nose cone came off in a run that was actually faster than the world record run, and they disqualified it for having parts fall off. I'm not sure if a bolt falls off, does that disqualify the car? I mean, what are we talking about? It's not really defined. There's no real rules. It was arbitrary, and I kind of disagree with that decision. I felt that the car crossed the line at that speed, whether it has all the parts or not. Having that part missing is not helping him. It's not an advantage. There's no minimum weight to these things. So I feel that that time should have been allowed. And I wouldn't be sitting here saying that I beat the world record time because that run was faster than this car by 3 or 4 miles per hour, but still faster. But I'm saying it now. According to Guinness, this car is faster. So I'm going to go over, in this video, there's going to be 3 runs. I'm going to show you my first run, which is at 89 miles per hour. And before that run, I'm going to show you the basic configuration of the car. To give you a rundown, Losi 8 3.0 front end attached with a 3D printed, I don't know, pipe adapter and fuel tank. That leads to a rear suspension that's made with parts from Amazon. So we have light mounts for roll bars for like off-road vehicles, and I use those and repurpose them to make them attachment points for the stock Losi 8 3.0 rear suspension, and it works well. So, but in the first run, you'll see it's a different configuration that did not work very well for the first and second run. I had off-road tires that were I bought those new when I bought the car, so they were 10 years old, and they had a separation issue of the internal foam. So in the third run, you'll see I did make some changes. I changed the wheels and tires to something that was belted so it would be able to handle the speed, and they did. I raised the engine up to get it into the airstream to give it more power, which I think it did. And I moved the suspension to be inboard instead of outboard, causing so much air drag, and I think that helped too. And in the third video, you'll see a couple shots, one on board the car looking back at the suspension, and you can see how much the suspension works during the run. It becomes a little violent towards the end of the run, but the car still tracks straight. And you also see on board the Corvette. Corvette has a camera system. We use that for the run, and it made it quite interesting back and forth between the driver and myself as we're trying to keep up with the car and being surprised by how fast it accelerated away from the Corvette when it was at full throttle. So all in all, fun video to do. I'll go over what I think the future of high-speed runs in the RC car world in a separate video, and kind of go over more of the design aspects of the car. But for this video, keep it quick. 3 runs. Second run you'll see is start to finish, from startup to shutdown, and the third run is the fun onboard stuff. So thanks for watching, and please subscribe. It would help. All right, thank you. All right, this is the configuration of the car for its first 2 runs. As you can see, the engine is mounted very low into the chassis, trying to reduce that drag, and yeah, it's not happening. There's a lot of drag here. Checking out the front suspension of the car, checking out my Costco couch frames, and the janky rear suspension. This suspension did not work. The uprights for the shock towers, I guess you can call them, moved up, and it dragged on the ground. So yeah, it was dragging ass all the way down the runway here in Mexico. But I was still able to control it. The car still was stable, and as you can see in the first run, the camera is mounted to the front of the car, in between the front shock tower or front shocks. And I get into a little tank slapper because I wanted to see how much steering I had in the car, which I have a lot, which is great. So here's the fuel system. Easy to break it down. Fuel pumps on the bottom, fuel solenoids are on top, yellow lines are kerosene, and the clear lines are for the propane. And the propane is just used for the start, as you can see later on in the video. And up next is the front. I'm not sure what you would call it. Do you call it a canard if it's vertical? Front rudder, maybe? I don't know. But here it is, and it works. It's just a redundant system that if both tires blow, I'll have something as far as steering goes. And it works. All I can say is I have plenty of steering control with this car. The long wheelbase keeps it stable. The steering is great for as long as it is. So here we go. This is the second run of the car where I show everything from startup to shutdown. All right. It's a bit difficult as a one-man band, but here we are. Make it work as good as we can. Make sure we're recording. Good. Good. All right. So the radio's on. Propane's on, but not turned on. We got 12 satellites on the GPS. Get this car straight as we can. I have my car ready to go because we have to start the car up, make sure that it goes at full throttle, and then we gotta hop in the car and drive down about an 1/8 mile, stop, hop out, and then drive the RC car as fast as it can go. So. And we have friends with a quadcopter. Yeah, well, where they come down there? They're down there. Hi, guys. All right. So let's get this party started. Let's get this jet ready to start. All systems go. Yep. Green, red, yellow.
it is ready. Make sure the brake is on. A little footage. All right, brake is off. Let's see what it does. All right. Alright, car is safe and shut off. Let's see what we got here. Stop. 91 miles per hour. Not quite there. Got some work to do. Car's going down its cooldown cycle. Rear suspension needs some help, and these tires, you know, test run tires, but undriven, 90 miles an hour, the foam separates internally. Tire's still good, just need to, you know, put new foams in it. Good to use for off-road, but this is just a test, see what it could do. First run out in the wild, it did pretty well. I could see a lot of improvements I need to do to it, mainly the tires, the wheels, the tires. And it looks like it needs some aero. That was full blast for a while, and it didn't get up to speed. So we're gonna do some stuff to get it to go faster. All right, guys, thanks for watching.
We are back at the airport. I had to do a voiceover for this because the original audio was not good. So I'm going over the changes we made to the car for the third run. So first and foremost is the tires. The off-road tires, you know, obviously they would not work. They didn't work. They work better than I thought they would, but they won't be good for this run. These are belted tires. Hopefully they'll last. I don't expect them to go 200 miles an hour, but under 150 should be okay. The next thing I changed was the location of the engine. I put it up a lot higher in the chassis to get the intake into the Airstream. I also removed the screen protector on it to hopefully get better airflow and more power out of this. 91 miles per hour, it's too slow. It should do much better than that, and I'm hoping that getting it up in the Airstream without the screen, the motor won't be so choked for air. Here's the biggest change. I changed the rear suspension. I put them inboard. So the issue I was having last time was the suspension was moving because it couldn't grip that chrome bar or pipe very well. So now it's braced on both sides. It's not moving. It's very strong. It still has all the suspension that I need back there. And I have an in-stream camera view, as you saw at the beginning, that shows the suspension in action, and it seems to be working very well. So here we're going to see the action of the suspension, and hopefully the jet blast will not cook everything back here. It's pretty close, but I don't know. It should be okay. It's good enough. So the last thing that I haven't seen anybody in YouTube do for speedruns, which I think it's important for safety and also just to be able to run the car better, is to use a chase car. So here I'm making a little joke that the chase car is going to be the old Dodge Magnum RT. It's got about 300 horsepower. It might have been good for the first run at 91 miles per hour, but I was expecting to go faster. So I brought out my other car. This is a 21 Chevrolet Corvette. And it turns out that the RC car is a lot faster than this Corvette. So we're going to need something faster, maybe a Tesla Plaid, if I want to go any faster than what we did today.
Catch up to it. I know it's going to go that fast. Are you off? No, I'm going. Alright, shut it off. Shut it off. Catch up to it, dude. Catch up to it.
Oh, I saw it losing control, so I didn't want to roll over.
I slow down. You're passing it.
Okay, that was not what I expected. You said it barely accelerates.
That thing took off. What the fuck? Read.
We might have to do another run. I didn't know it was going to go like that fast.
What the fuck? I made sure this thing was working.
So it's got onboard telemetry, right? So you can know for sure. No,
this was it. It turned off. Oh, where's the car at? Back up. Not close enough to the car. Back up.
Where is it?
Right here. It survived it. Alright, stop. Read.
Whoa! See? That was insane. Yeah, you said it was just gonna roll. That's why
I thought it was just gonna fucking roll, but it fucking took off, man. I'm like,
do you want to try another run? Or
yeah, dude. I slowed down because you weren't able to keep up.
Oh, so yeah, I'm sure it's like, well, I didn't know. You said it's just gonna roll, it just goes, and I was flat on it. After that, I thought you were gonna take off and like just gradually like roll.
All right. Results are in. I need a new tire. That's the result. Look at that thing. One and done. Hey, Maine, is this under warranty? I don't know. What kind of speed rating do your tires have? Look at this, just separated. One run. All the other ones are okay. Survived 134. So I believe that means we have a world record. The previous was 94.6. Done by the guy up in Britain. Got something for you, pal. And I didn't have to go to that much links. So this is done with stuff around the house. Craigslist. What is that? A JetCat P120 found on Craigslist for 620 bucks. 3D printed. My little adapter for the couch bars. These are from Costco Couch. They're a thick wall, grown tubing. Not great for suspension, but does the job. Also fuel tank. Fuel tank's in here. And just a low C8. Old low C8. Stuff around the house. Well under $1,000 total invested. Except for these tires. These were kind of pricey. Like around 40 bucks a piece. Good for a half a run. Yeah. So I'm happy. 134. I do want to build up a new car. Something different kind of wheels. Wheels you haven't seen in the RC world yet. I'm going to give it a go with those. They're bigger diameters. Hopefully the bigger diameter will have less forces and they won't freaking explode from centrifugal force. And we're going to go for the overall. That's the end goal. Overall, no asterisk RC car, fastest RC car on the world record. That's the goal. Later.